Why radical? We build race cars. We race iconic tracks. We set lap records. We build friendships. We create champions. We make racers.
Welcome back to Sebring International Raceway for Race 3 of the 2025 Radical Cup North America Series. My name is Tom Drewer and I'll be bringing you all the action today. It so far has been an action-packed weekend here at Sebring. 2 races in the books around this wonderful circuit and already some stars shining through. As you can see, we are in the southern tip of the United States, Florida. And Sebring home to the 12-hour. They are setting up for this race. Lots of transporters already rolling in for that one. But for now, all eyes are on the Radical Cup North America. Some big opportunities down into Turn 7, Turn 10, and down into the Sunset Bend, Turn 17 in terms of passing. Lots of opportunities around this racetrack too to balk a competitor, perhaps just play the game when it comes to the multi-class racing that we see in the Radical Cup North America Series. Overnight, the big news was that Jace Bacon was relegated off the podium in the Pro 1340 class. So Brady Clapham was awarded yesterday's afternoon's win from Andy Vocal and Aurora Strauss. Aurora Strauss won't be participating in this one. And to be honest, we're waiting to see whether Mackay Stevens, who's taken 2 wins from 2 starts here this weekend, did actually make it to the grid on time. He was not on the grid whilst I was down there wishing the drivers the best for this one. But we'll try and pick them up. The car's now rolling through pit lane. And a number of young guns have joined us this year. The series is always home to a lot of drivers. We caught up quickly with Nick Persing and his brother Ryan. Nick, of course, our 2023 champ in the Pro 1500 class, and Ryan, a rookie for this year.
Yeah, so it's my first ever race in a race car. You know, had to just jump straight into it with the Pro 1500 boys. It's been a bit of a struggle, but, you know, I'm getting used to the car. I think I'm doing better than I thought I would, to be honest. You know, still working on some of the things, but, you know, getting used to the racetrack here. And, you know, the Cameron boys are doing a great job setting me up, giving me what I need. And my brother here's doing a great job coaching.
Thanks.
So, you know, I've got all the tools that I need to succeed. It's just a matter of what I could do this weekend. So, yeah.
I think we're on for a podium later today. Eventually, hopefully by the end of this weekend for sure. I think we have some speed. Didn't have the luck in the first race today, but I think Ryan's got it. I'm not worried.
Yeah, we'll be great this weekend.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, well, the cars are behind the safety car. We'll take you through the grid for the final race. And Jason Greenwood was an unlucky victim of a gearbox earlier this weekend. Bobby Thompson did some testing but won't start this one. Neither will David. We will see. Ennis is sharing row 12 with Mike D'Ambrosi, and Seth Bacon will start from row 11 alongside his Crown Concepts teammate Mike Darden, another rookie for the championship. Aurora Strauss was meant to be on row 10. She was meant to start alongside Jace Bacon, who of course was penalised in yesterday's race, but look out for the 17. Always quick is young Jace Bacon. And Andy Vocal on row 9, as along with the pole sitter in class, Brady Clapham, will certainly have to contend with a hard-charging number 17. Valen Venkatesh will start from row 8 alongside Spencer Schmidt from Graham Rahal Performance. Mike Anzaldi from Rhino Racing starts alongside his gold class rival, Jack Yang. And Jack Yang's taken 2 gold class wins so far this weekend, so we'll see what the number 61 machine can do in this one. Austin Riley was very impressive in yesterday's race, finished on the podium. He'll start from row 6 today alongside Ryan Persing, who had a mishap but was extremely quick, and we'll watch the number 19 come through, I suggest. Gustavo Raffles, what can he do? Who can take it to Raiden Nicole, the pole sitter in Pro 1500? Drew Altman will start from row 4 alongside Scott Wagner. Louis Schreiber from row 3 alongside Steve Jenks. Chip Roma will start from the second row of the grid with Ben Blander third. Wayne Williams will start from second, and Mackay Stevens did make it out there to the pre-grid, so he will start from pole for the third time this weekend. It'll be interesting to see how this race unfolds. All the Platinum class cars line stern, and a bit of a messy lineup at the moment. We've actually got Andy Vocal, who has... so the caution flag is out. We are going to get this initial start waved off. Vocal has had an issue on the outlap. I'm just making sure that is indeed... So it's the 34. Yeah, so that is Vocal. My eyes didn't deceive me. So that's tough for the Crown Concepts Racing man. He was ultra quick in the qualifying session on Friday. Actually surprised everyone throughout the paddock, putting it on pole. Vocal, not with a lot of Radical Cup North America experience, certainly has a reasonable amount of Radical experience out at Apex Country Club in Arizona. Would you believe, over 120 cars out there at Apex. In fact, the number of radicals around the USA at country clubs is quite staggering. Over 100 cars at Spring Mountain Country Club. We mentioned Apex. Autobahn Country Club has a huge number of cars too. So does Atlanta Motorsport Park. And speaking of Atlanta Motorsport Park, Primal Racing announcing a recent partnership with P1, which is to be built just a little bit further east from us right now, and that's in Port St. Lucie. P1 Motor Club will be built, and they are suggesting they're going to have the world's largest Radical dealer on site at P1, so we're excited to see that. Of course, Radical Cup racing not just happening here in North America. There's a series in Canada, in the Middle East, in the UK, Australia. Radical racing all around the globe, and it gives our drivers a great opportunity to tick off the bucket list tracks. And speaking of bucket list tracks, we're absolutely delighted to announce that the World Finals for this year returns to the United States at VIR Raceway 6 through 9. And that will be fantastic. Of course, VIR, a stunning racetrack, very historic like this one, set in Virginia, just north of the North Carolina border. And very famous racetrack in terms of North American motorsport, delighted to bring the world to it. And that will be alongside the Veterans Race of Remembrance and also Mustang Cup. Well, the drivers have had an extra lap to just get a little bit of heat into these Hankook tyres. That might be a good thing. Certainly a little bit dewy around the racetrack this morning. All the fog has burnt off. So perfect conditions here once again at Sebring. Hopefully we're going to get green flag racing. This race, of course, will feature a mandatory pit stop. The pit window, unless drama unfolds just before it, will open at about 15 minutes into the race. It will certainly end at 25 minutes into the race. Everyone does have to make a mandatory stop. It's 60 seconds from the pit in to the pit out. Drivers need to work out how long they need to remain stationary in their box. Field, Mackay Stevens, Wayne Williams. Wayne Williams has been a superstar this weekend, been a little bit unlucky not to convert his pace into a win. What can he do today? We're trundling around, waiting for a green flag. The starter's waiting a little bit longer than usual. And the green flag flies here at Sebring. Already 3, 4, 5 wide. Unbelievable stuff from the Radical Cup North America Series as they head down into turn 1. Wayne Williams has a little bit of a jump. Mackay Stevens, what can he do on the brakes? He does brake late, but is it late enough? Side by side, Williams. Unbelievable stuff as he hangs. Stevens does take the lead. It looks like Drew Altman's been relegated a long way back. So too for Ben Blander. So some changes at the front of the Platinum Class field. Everyone through cleanly, which is what we like to see. Certainly didn't see that in race 1. And Chip Roma, great start for him too. He's up to 3rd. So we're looking a little bit further back to see the front runners in Pro 1500 as someone runs deep. That's Rayden Nicol in the 93, and he does a tremendous job to outbrake that SR10 machine. So Rayden Nicol appears to have taken the lead, converted his pole position in Pro 1500. Jace Bacon's rocketed to the front in Pro 1340. Fantastic start for him, making amends for yesterday's blunder and that post-race penalty. Seth Bacon sits in 2nd. Brady Clapham's been relegated to 3rd. He was on the pole for that class. And Mike D'Ambrose is doing a good job in 4th. But we're watching at the moment the leader, Mackay Stevens, just streaking away on this opening lap. Full confidence on the Hankook rubber. All right. So we'll catch our breath. And Louis Schreiber there ahead of teammate Scott Wagner. Onto the back straight for the first time. Down past all the transporters. The Radical paddock filling up with all sorts of other transporters in preparation for the 12-hour. And further back, you can see there's a great battle there unfolding between the 1500s and Pro 1340s. As it looks like Chip Roma's putting his teammate under some pressure. Wayne Williams, who was looking extremely racy with Mackay Stevens, is now having to defend from Roma. Raffols, Anzaldi, Schmidt, Yang, they run line astern. That's 2nd through 5th in Pro 1500. And side by side, Roma goes through. So One Motorsports, the lead driver, has relinquished to Chip Roma. Of course, whilst they're running for the same team, they are fighting for the Drivers' Championship. And Chip Roma now tries his luck at reeling in Mackay Stevens. So Seth Bacon's up to 2nd in Pro 1340. And Mike Anzaldi, what a run he's having. 3rd in Pro 1500 at the moment. Gustavo Raffols sits 2nd. And already Wayne Williams coming under attack now from Steve Jenks. So Williams clearly with a little bit of an issue, or he's decided to that he's going to just be calm with those Hankook tyres, perhaps save them for a little bit later in the race. Of course, 40 minutes is a long time to be behind the wheel of any motor car. And again, a pit stop to contend with. So that will, in effect, be a second leg of this journey. So Mackay Stevens has set a pretty quick time so far, a 2:05.3, as opposed to the rest in the Platinum class, running in the 2:08s. And now Mackay Stevens has just done a 2:02 flat. So Mackay Stevens has found the pace in this SR10, absolutely loving it around Sebring Raceway. And here we are. That's the front runners in Pro 1500. So you can see Ryan Persing there. Just ahead of him is Austin Riley in that gold car. And then just ahead of him is Spencer Schmidt. So Austin Riley hunting down Spencer Schmidt, who's having a better run in this race. He's worked his way up through the field race after race. It's been a bit of a soft start to the season. New team for him, Graham Rahal Performance, and I think just finding his feet. Didn't do any testing in the off-season, so a little bit behind the 8 ball is Spencer Schmidt. Ryan Persing will be interesting, and he's got his teammate behind him too. So Valen Venkatesh, Ryan Persing. Of course, we heard from Ryan and a little bit from brother Nick just before the race. Ryan Persing, his first race weekend in cars this weekend. He's doing an unbelievable job. Looks at home in the Radical. Had a moment in turn 1 in the second race yesterday. Backed it into the wall, folded down the rear wing. It was game, set, and match for that one, but he'd showed some pace, and that put him high on the grid for this one and in the box seat. So we'll be interested to see how the number 19 goes. You can tell that he's starting to reel in Austin Riley, who just looked a little bit out of sorts, and Ryan Persing pounces immediately on Austin Riley. Great move there for Ryan Persing. Very, very aggressive stuff. Saw the opportunity, saw Austin Riley just not online through 15 and 16, and immediately capitalized on that situation. And now it looks like Valen Venkatesh is going to do the same thing down into the final corner. So Austin Riley has been dumped down 2 spots in the space of a couple of corners. Valen Venkatesh, his older brother Arul, has been racing in Radical Cup for a couple of years, and it's great to see so many families out here, whether it's father and son with Seth and Jace Bacon, brothers with Valen and Arul, of course a former champ coaching his younger brother in Nick and Ryan Persing. And I think it goes to show the success of this series. And speaking of former champs, Gustavo Raffles has moved to the top of Pro 1500. What has happened to Raiden Nicol? We're just having a look down here. Raiden Nicol has dropped right back. Hopefully we'll get some information on that soon. But the man who ended his championship with a run of podiums here at Sebring a few years ago, 2021, Gustavo Raffles has returned to the series after a huge hiatus. The Puerto Rican driver showed so much passion, determination the last time he was in this championship. He's come back almost being family run this weekend, and it's taken a little while just to sweep off the cobwebs, but he is in the lead, and that is what the 28 Gustavo Raffles is used to. So there's shots of the cars coming around turn 1. You can see how much the suspension on the SR10s is working. Chip Roma Wayne Williams and Steve Jenks, these guys are pushing really hard, and you can see concrete runways. The World War II pavement has taken a lot of abuse over the years. Seen so many famous drivers take victory here, and it's fantastic to be able to add to that history with the Radical Cup North America Series. Of course, 3 championships, effectively 4 on the line. There's the Platinum Class Championship, which is what we're watching at the moment, with the yellow on the rear wings and distinguished by that yellow on the timing ticker. Then Pro 1500 with the red, Pro 1340 with green. Now we also award a gold championship for the driver that is over 30 years old in Pro 1500, given that 1500 is often a hotbed for young talent. And at the moment, it's Mike Anzaldi who leads that fight over Jack Yang. So the 57 of Wayne Williams seemed to struggle a little bit there. Had a little sort of dose of challenging laps, but he seems to have regathered his momentum. But Steve Jenks is looking racier than ever, and Jenks goes down the inside. Oh, he has his look, certainly. Steve Jenks is no stranger to the podium in this championship either. A few drivers stepping up to the Platinum class this year. Ben Blander and, for that matter, Drew Altman. Great to see a couple of green cars out in the paddock. So JBR, the team formerly known as EVR, line astern there. Scott Wagner. That's Louis Schreiber with Ben Blander behind them. Scott Wagner's a little bit further back, so Wagner's fallen back a little bit. But they're having another strong run. And this is a tough field. So the pit window is now open. We're 25 minutes into the race. The pit window is open. So that is going to last 10 minutes. Now it's going to be a little bit tough to follow the leaders as they cycle through. The big question is who does what? Does everyone wait to the last minute hoping for a full course caution? Do people come in early trying to undercut everyone else? And of course, given that the delta is about 60 seconds, you're going to lose a little bit more for coming into the pit lane and then going out. You're not going to go down a lap, so it might be worth trying to undercut everyone. And then if the full course caution comes out, of course, you can go to the front of the queue. So a little bit of strategy involved. The big trick is not to short stop that pit stop. So the 111 of Louis Schreiber with Ben Blander, who's finished second for, or certainly finished on the podium 2 races in a row. Blander now in 6th position. This is interesting for the points because we don't believe we're going to see Mackay Stevens all year. Wayne Williams and Chip Roma are collecting some important points. Ben Blander had a 3rd and a 2nd. So this is going to shuffle him down the order in terms of points. A good run for Louis Schreiber in terms of points haul. But Chip Roma's making amends as well. So this is going to be an exciting season. And there is outright leader and leader in the Platinum class, Mackay Stevens for Team Stradale. He's now doing a 2:01.6. So the times keep tumbling. The rest of the Platinum class cars are in the 2:04s, 2:05s. And we're having our first round of pit stops. So Steve Jenks is just down in the pits as the number 19 of Ryan Persing is just behind Spencer Schmidt. So hopefully we can pick up that action. Those guys are going through turn 3 at the moment. And Ryan Persing's having a fantastic battle. Could see some more side-by-side action there just momentarily. But for those that are wondering what's happening Pro 1500, down into turn 7, Ryan Persing is looking very, very racy on Spencer Schmidt. Here they are, coming down side by side into the big hairpin. Who will be the last of the late breakers? It's Spencer Schmidt. The inside advantage to just retain his spot. This is for third in class at the moment. And the 69 of Mike Darden doing his first pit stop. The Crown Concepts boys just waiting for a moment in case he stalls the car, and he's away. So 4 drivers have completed a pit stop at the moment. And I think that this battle between Graham Rahal Performance and Cameron Racing's going to continue in the pit stops. And look at behind them. That's Raiden Nicol returning from whatever mishap he had early on, just eclipsing Venkatesh. And now he's already on the back of Ryan Persing. So Raiden Nicol charging hard. Sizing up Ryan Persing down into the final corner. The 111 of Louis Schreiber with the visor up. Some small adjustments being made to the tyre pressures on that machine. And Raiden Nicol has just been released, if you will, because Ryan Persing is in pit lane. In fact, we're just watching his stop. He's nice and calm. And we're also watching his teammate. So that's the 15 of Valen Venkatesh sitting there calmly. It feels like an absolute eternity for these drivers. You can hear everyone else whizzing past the main straight. Meanwhile, you just have to remain calm. So a number of drivers making their way in. So too was Austin Riley. Meanwhile, Raiden Nicol trying to stretch his legs and get back into the top spot. So lots of drivers coming in now. The pit window is only 10 minutes long. So we follow Mike Anzaldi in that fantastic Williams homage livery. Mike Anzaldi sits second in class at the moment, and he has not made a pit stop in front. In fact, the front runners in Pro 1500, none of them have. So Rafols, Anzaldi, Nicol, and Spencer Schmidt still looking to make their pit stops. Only Ben Blander and Wayne Williams, in fact, the sort of 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the Platinum class are now trundling in. Mike Darden sits down in 22nd. But we're just waiting for these pit stops to shuffle through. So the JBR team go to work. Again, a lot of drivers resetting tyre pressures, so that's interesting. Just making a couple of little adjustments. They can certainly do that. No dramas there. And with about 30 seconds, there's ample time to do that. Of course, ample time to make a mistake too. And so Steve Jenks with his obligatory dog on the nose of that Group A racing car. Steve Jenks has done a lot of racing in open wheel. Started racing radicals in the 1500 class, stepped up to Platinum. Has found success in both. Had a little hiatus and is back with a brand new SR10 XXR for this year's championship. And we'll have to see where everyone shuffles out. So still having not made any pit stops is Mackay Stevens, Chip Romer, Wayne Williams. We're starting to get close to that pit window ending. It's going to be very, very important that the front drivers come in, because if they miss this window, they're going to get a penalty. So Wayne Williams comes in now, as does Chip Roma. How will this shuffle out? Gustavo Raffles is still yet to pit. So too with Mike Anzaldi. A few of them coming in now. So Raiden Nicole has he's certainly made one pit stop. Not quite sure if that was the pit window one though, or whether he had another issue. But in any event, he is showing now back in the lead of Pro 1500. I suggest he is out of position though. We'll wait and see. He's in the pits at the moment. Yeah, so now he's going to get shuffled down that order. And you can see who's on the outlap there. Ben Blander, Drew Altman, Scott Wagner. So where will Raffles come out? Will he eclipse Raiden Nicole again? Stops always throw a cat amongst the pigeons, and Jace Bacon's sitting pretty still in Pro 1340, so that's been a good round of pit stops for him. Mackay Stevens is on his outlap as we just noticed Raiden Nicole coming in. So whatever drama he had early in the race, it resulted in an early pit stop, which is out of sequence. Well, that pit window is about to close, about 20 seconds. So just looking down the order, and the only person that hasn't stopped yet is Dermot Ennis. Otherwise, it's smooth sailing. So perhaps we can find the 28 machine or the 17 machine, because we've got all the 1500s running line astern on the racetrack. We've got all the 1340s doing the same thing. The 61 of Mike Anzaldi is under all sorts of pressure right now from Jack Yang as they head down into turn 10. As we watch some of the action of the Platinum class cars. Ben Blander just coming through down into the final corner. But I can tell you that Gold Class Championship is heating up. Mike Anzaldi with Jack Yang right behind him. And there we are. Mike Anzaldi with a mirror full of white English Valor racing car. And just behind them is Raiden Nicole, who's carving his way back up. Can he make amends? Can he get back onto the podium? Gustavo Raffles has got a solid lead, about 7 seconds over Mike Anzaldi. Raiden Nicole with some work to do, but absolutely flying. Raiden Nicole with a running in the 210s, so not the fastest of the Pro 1500s, but certainly one of the quickest. And certainly looks quicker than the two men in front. At the moment, Mike Anzaldi just seems to have found a bit of pace now. So after being under a little bit of pressure, he's just stretching his legs a little bit as Jack Yang's now falling into the clutches of the Primal Racing with a lot more downforce on the rear of his car. Raiden Nicole with that rear wing absolutely flat as a pancake. And that'll be hard under brakes, although we saw how late he was able to brake into turn 7. And I suggest that that extra top speed will help him line up. Jack Yang is not quite close enough this time round, but he's getting closer with every moment and using all the exit of turn 7. So a high-speed chicane leads into turn 10. Another good passing opportunity. This right-hander. Put Mike Anzaldi a little bit behind the 8-ball. This could give Raiden Nicole the opportunity. He certainly has a look, and they all have a look going into turn 13. Raiden Nicole with a fantastic move there. Opportunistic as ever, and using that traffic to his advantage. So Yang gets relegated to 4th, off the podium for the first time. We've had another pit stop for Louis Schreiber. That would suggest to me that he was slow in terms of his pit stop. Disaster for him. Raiden Nicole having a look to the inside of Mike Anzaldi around the final corner. Wow. And look at this. Over the bumps, Raiden Nicole on the inside. Nicole says, challenge accepted, and Nicole moves up to what will be second in class. So Mike Anzaldi perhaps just accepting that his best fight this weekend is trying to remain ahead of Jack Yang for the Gold Class Championship, and for that matter to take a third step of the podium. So the Gold Class battle resumes. Meanwhile, what can Raiden Nicole do? Can he reel in? Oh, look at that. Jack Yang's dived down the inside. So Mike Anzaldi a little bit rattled perhaps by Raiden Nicole coming through. And Anzaldi now has relinquished the lead in the Gold Class. Anzaldi, can he get a run back on Yang into turn 10? Not to be. Jace Bacon continues to lead 1340 with Brady Clapham second, Mike D'Ambrose third. Mike Darden doing a good job, up to 4th. Kenny Nail 5th. Ryan Persing, I think, has short-stopped as well. He's had to come back through. So 2 penalties there, it would appear, for the pit stops. And that's Louis Schreiber and Ryan Persing. On plenty of speed, and I can't wait to see what he does at Barber Motorsports Park in front of IndyCar. Of course, Radical Cup with IndyCar 3 times this year, and that's at Barber, Road America, and Laguna Seca. Gustavo Raffo. This would be an epic drive for Raiden Nicole if he can come back from an unscheduled pit stop and clinch victory. He's up to second in class. What a sterling drive for the number 93. One of Jack Yang, perhaps a different tyre strategy that drivers get 2 sets of Hancooks from qualifying, and obviously with 3 40-minute races. It's a little bit to think about. I just wonder if Mike Anzaldi's rubber has just decided to give up a little bit. Jack Yang looking relatively racy in the closing stages of this one. So Steve Jenks has found himself second now in the Platinum class after that round of pit stops. Wayne Williams is third. Chip Roma relegated to 4th. If you remember, Chip had been up as high as second. And Ben Blander has also capitalised a little bit in that round of pit stops. So he's up to 5th. Kai Stevens there just negotiating a little bit of traffic. And that is Jace Bacon just ahead of him. So Mackay Stevens negotiates lap 15. Just under 8 minutes remain. Stevens again, leading start to finish. This would be 3 races from 3 starts. He'd take the win if he can maintain the concentration and everything goes to plan for the Team Stradale driver. Team Stradale is certainly proving they can field a quick car. He's rapidly approaching some of the backmarkers in the Pro 1340 class. He's got to be very, very careful, of course. This is why Radical Cup racing is such a good proving ground for talent, because you get to learn all the craft, understand what you're going to need to do in multi-class racing, whether that's at Le Mans or Daytona. It was amazing to see so many drivers in the LMP2 field at Daytona this year who have Radical Cup pedigree. So Gustavo Raffol still leads Pro 1500. Raiden Nicole has made amends, and on the front straightaway there's a great battle playing out at the moment. Austin Riley right behind Valen Venkatesh. Spencer Schmidt rather is also mixed up in that as well. There they are, just ahead of the 22 of Mackay Stevens. But this is a great battle for what would be 5th, 6th, 7th in the Pro 1500 class. And again, Mackay Stevens is going to have to be careful here, because they're all fighting tooth and nail for their own spots, their own championship. Stevens is coming up to this battle. You can see there Austin Riley in the gold class. Just ahead of him, Valen Venkatesh in the number 15. And then it's Spencer Schmidt. That's 5th, 6th, 7th. So it's a bit confusing for the of Cameron Racing. And you can see there Mackay Stevens just being calm about this. He's already got past the 20 of Austin Riley. He just has to pick and choose his moments. There he goes past Valen. And around the outside he goes through that high-speed section of Sebring International Raceway down into turn 15. For those that haven't driven here, it's a fantastic racetrack. There's so many passing opportunities to hustle the car in front, perhaps force them into a little mistake, do the switchback. It just races so well. And of course, the concrete runway that everyone who's been anyone has driven here just adds to the stunning nature of this circuit. So Mackay Stevens has now lapped everyone up to, well, he sits just behind Jack Yang now. Or just in front. Yeah, just behind. So he's reeling in Jack Yang. Meanwhile, Steve Jenks sits second, Wayne Williams third. And that'd be good to pick up that battle as well. So that's the 57 machine. Just look, they're just coming around onto the front straightaway, and they're running line astern. So Steve Jenks has got a little bit of a gap on Wayne Williams, but it's Chip Romer who's hustling Wayne Williams, and they were just passing some of the Pro 1500s. In fact, that was Ryan Persing. So perhaps we can fall back a little bit with our cameras and pick up that battle. As I say, just down into turn 4 and 5 they go. And Wayne Williams has certainly been in the thick of things. So Williams still ahead of Chip Romer as they head down into turn 7. And here we are. So Williams with a little bit of a wiggle on the entry. The back end of the SR10 just stepping out a little bit as he returned to throttle. Chip Romer trying to hustle his teammate for One Motorsports. Wayne Williams making the move to One Motorsports for this season. It's really good racing up and down the pack. And oh, there's been a moment, a big one. And Wayne Williams has been caught out by that too. Disaster for Wayne Williams. What has gone on there? It looked like, was that Steve Jenks who had a moment by himself? Wayne Williams had to react, Poor Wayne Williams had nowhere to go. Luckily, somehow he kept it out of the tyre wall, found reverse. So Chip Romer has been elevated to second place. Wayne Williams would have got the absolute shock of his life. I don't know how he responded to navigate his way around Steve Jenks, who had that big slide, big tank slapper in the middle of turn 11. And Chip Romer finds himself in second. So it's never over until it's over. And with 2 minutes remaining, the complexity of the Platinum class field changes completely. Mackay Stevens would know nothing of this, of course, because he's so far out in front. But for the drivers fighting for championship points, crucial ones too, that's amazing stuff. So Chip Romer now sits second, Steve Jenks third. Ben Bland has gone through as well. Williams has been relegated to seventh. Gustavo Raffol still leads Pro 1500. Raider Nicole has reeled him in a little bit, but still 5 seconds, and the clock's counting down. I don't think he's going to get there. Jack Yang's done a sterling job to get up to third in class and first in the gold class. Of course, we saw that pass on Mike Anzaldi earlier. Jace Bacon still leads Pro 1340, making amends for yesterday afternoon's race. It's going to be a strong win for him over Brady Clapham. And Mike D'Ambrose, good to see one of our slightly older racers. He's looking pretty fit though, is Mike D'Ambrose. On the podium as well. Some young guns, some older gentlemen. Gentleman's not really the right word, is it? Because these guys just drive fierce. They race radical at the country club. The white flag is out. They race radicals all around this nation. And all around the world, for that matter. Jack Yang competes in the Middle East Championship and also the English Championship with Valor. We see a lot of drivers compete in the World Finals. And so it is that opportunity to tick off the bucket list. Mackay Stevens making this final tour. He's done the job. He just needs to remain calm. He goes under the bridge for the final time. Through turn 6, down into turn 7, with a number of cars in front. So, just trying to pick up some of that action around the pack, and I can tell you that out the commentary booth, I can see Valen Venkatesh is ahead of Spencer Schmidt, Austin Riley. So that's been a position change in the last couple of laps. Spencer Schmidt just falling back one. Oh, and a bit too much track there for Mackay Stevens. He uses a little bit of the red dirt here at Sebring. So he's still pushing hard on this final lap. And that's what racing's all about. So, down the back straight for the final time, Mackay Stevens. This is 3 wins from 3. What a performance this weekend. It's been epic for Team Stradale. And they are certainly back on top of the Platinum class. Mackay Stevens showed his pace a couple of times last year. And he does it again, taking the win in race 3 this morning of the Radical Cup Championship. Now, we're waiting for a few drivers. So Jack Yang's just crossed the line ahead of Mike Anzaldi. That means that Yang has secured third on the Pro 1500 podium and also first in the gold class. Across the line goes the 44 of Cedric O'Hyan. But more importantly, we'll wait to see where Jace Bacon comes through, where Brady Clapham comes through. And weaving from side to side, Jace Bacon takes the win in Pro 1340. Congratulations to him and Crown Concepts with Apex Country Club. Chip Romer finds himself in second. Stellar job for the Stella Artois car. And Brady Clapham finishes second in Pro 1340. So we fully expect Steve Jenks to come through, and there he is. Takes the third step of the podium as... and so it really comes down to Gustavo Raffles. Mike D'Ambrose has not quite completed the podium in Pro 1340, but we do anticipate he will. So a solid day for Ben Blander, Scott Wagner that just came through. Wayne Williams comes across the line. He'll be scratching his head after that one. He'd done everything right. And not rewarded with his pace. Unbelievably avoided Steve Jenks. So Brady Clapham's through. Mike D'Ambrose does indeed complete the podium. We're waiting for Gustavo Raffles, who pumps his fist and takes the win back on top of the podium in Pro 1500. Well, he leaves the weekend just as he did the last time he was here, with a win in Pro 1500. Raiden Nicol with a sterling drive back up through the pack with that unanticipated pit stop. And, of course, Jack Yang taking third. So that wraps up the final race here of the Radical Cup North America Series. That was round one at Sebring. Of course, we're off to Barber in just over a month's time, with IndyCar, and then on to Road America, Laguna Seca, Road Atlanta, and Lime Rock. A huge year of Radical Cup racing. Of course, you can catch all the action on YouTube. And we'll sign off for now. Of course, we'll go down and do the podiums. But thanks for joining us wherever you are around the world. That has been the 2025 Radical Cup North America Series from Sebring International Raceway. flag racing from start to finish. We'll start with Pro 1340. And he just said to me out the back, good to see some representation from the old blokes. Congratulations, home third, Mike D'Ambrose from Team Stradale. In second place, well, he's been up here a few times. Congratulations, what a weekend he's had. The Canadian, Brady Clapham. What up, mate? And taking the win. It was a little mishap yesterday that meant his victory was taken away. Today, he's proved everyone that he can do it. Congratulations for Crown Concepts. Jace Bacon, the winner in Pro 1340. Now, Jace, that was a little bit of a race of redemption, if you will.
Yeah, I got unlucky in the first race. Didn't even get through the first corner, unfortunately. And second race just didn't end up how we wanted it to go. And I was just glad to get the pace for race 3 and just stuck my head down and kept to it.
Congratulations, fantastic win today. The trophy comes in nice and tight. We'll get the shots for the paparazzi at chest height, and they're nice and high. Ladies and gentlemen, give these guys a round of applause. Top 3 in Pro 1340. Jace Bacon taking the win. We'll bring in the champagne. And we'll give you a couple of moments just to get the cages off. 3, 2, 1, let's celebrate. Congratulations, gentlemen. Well done. In Pro 1500, it was a good old battle with Mike Anzaldi. In the end, home third, though, was also our winner in the gold class. Congratulations for Valor, Jack Yang. Jack Yang's put the shades on. He's getting more and more comfortable with his media opportunities as well. He's looking like a rock star. I like to see it. In second place, this was the comeback kid. He had issues with the downshift and upshift early on, had a spin, went through pit lane, carved his way back through to second. Congratulations, Raiden Nicole. And taking the win, just as he did last time he was here, our champion from 2021. Welcome back to the top step, Gustavo Raffles. Gustavo, the last time you were standing in the middle here at Sebring, it was pretty emotional. You were wrapped in the Puerto Rican flag. You were celebrating your championship. It's been a big hiatus. Congratulations, you're back.
Yeah, this weekend is not the same. We had a rough start. A lot of hard work in the team, all nights trying to get the car sorted. The car is old. Me, I'm older, but we still got it. Let's keep working. Thank you.
Congratulations. We hope to see you for the rest of the championship. The paparazzi is making their requests. Again, those trophies are going to go nice and high. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Our top 3, Gustavo Raffles, his first win of 2025. All right, the champagne's coming in. Again, I fully suggest the cork comes out first and the thumb goes over the top. Then we can shake it up. So we'll get everyone ready here. All right. We'll count you guys down. 3, 2, 1, let's celebrate. We'll bring in our gold class trophy as well, just quickly for Jack Yang. We'll get a quick photo with Jack and his 2 trophies. Now I understand why there's the sunglasses on. It's for the champagne. Very, very clever, Jack Yang. I like it.
Yeah, sunglasses are smart.
All right, in the platinum class. Wow. Well, it all unraveled towards the end there. And it was amazing to see Wayne Williams avoid a massive accident. I've got to do a big shout out to Wayne Williams. That was a sterling drive. Don't know how you managed to miss the mayhem there. It was unlucky. All of that changed the order. Congratulations, home third for Group A Racing, Steve Jenks. Nice to see Steve on the podium. Now, Steve, did my eyes deceive me, or was that you doing that tank slapper?
Oh my, there was more than one. Yeah, no, we executed our pit strategy to perfection, ended up second, and then I commenced to make mistakes. So I went off passing a car, and then, yeah, my apologies to Wayne and Chip. I don't really understand that spin, and I'm sure it was super exciting behind me.
Well, Wayne is the dirt track star. You are covered in dirt right now, so keep it on the tarmac next time, mate. All right. Bringing in second place. He was elevated through all of that chaos. He had a pretty racy car early on too, passing his teammates. Congratulations, solid run for One Motorsports, Chip Roma. And making it 3 for 3, a perfect clean sweep. Congratulations for Team Stradale, Mackay Stevens. Now, Mackay, that was an amazing effort. Of course, you showed your pace at Barber last year, also at Sonoma, but it seems like you've found a little bit extra for this season.
It's a testament to the team, the organization that we're building as a whole, and everybody. It's the family that we spend our 9 to 5 with, coming and enjoying the weekend together. So just paying homage, paying respect to them.
Well, you certainly did more than that today. Congratulations, another win. 3 for 3 for Mackay Stevens, Chip Roma in second, and of course Steve Jenks third. Gentlemen, trophies nice and high. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. All right, we'll prepare these champagne bottles. You can tell that Chip doesn't want to let that trophy go. He's deserved of that one. 3, 2, 1, let's celebrate. And we would also like to honor the hardest charger, the Sunoco hard charger for that one. That was the number 44, Cedric O'Hayon. Congratulations. Cedric, we'll get a quick photo of you up here. Come up here, mate. And let's get you pointing to the Sunoco sign just here. Sunoco hard charger. Congratulations. A great round of racing. In fact, Cedric, it's your first time here in the Radical Cup North America Series.
Yep.
What's your weekend been like?
It's been a tough one, but I had a lot of fun being out here with all these people. A bunch of good guys over here, and had a great time.
Well, you're a Canadian doing the snowbird thing at the moment, but can we expect to see you later on in the championship?
Yeah, we're going to try to make it out to a few other rounds if we can. That's definitely the goal.
And you're competing as well in the Radical Cup Canada?
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Well, it's been a stellar start to your career with the Radical Cup North America Series. Thank you so much, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching online and, of course, being here at Sebring International Raceway. We'll see you back at Barber.